What is up, everybody? How we doing today? This is your weekly gaming update, your source for weekly gaming news. I'm Rob, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts Bren and Steve.
Hi.
You can find us live every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern here on Twitch and Facebook, and you can also find the replays here and on YouTube in video form, and on all major podcast services in audio format, and on our website in both formats on Mondays at 2-ish, depending on upload bullcrap.
He's
links
honest.
links are in the descriptions, in the panels, and they'll be in the chat. And if you guys aren't registered already, sign up to be in our 1-year anniversary giveaway where you can win one of 3 $25 gift cards to your choice of Amazon, PSN, Xbox Store, and the Nintendo Store.
Sweet.
Yeah, they got so many names to it, I always screw it up. Right.
It's something new. No, it's reskinned.
But yeah, the links are, again, will be in chat, and it'll be our streamer links in chat and in the descriptions. And you click on that and go to giveaway and enter your email, and you're entered. Then you can get additional entries by doing other things that we have set up, like liking us on Facebook or YouTube or wherever, various things. So let's start the show off how we start every show, as is traditions. Because as we all know,
You don't mess with traditions.
you don't mess with traditions. So, Bren, what have you been playing, watching, doing?
What? Oof. Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome to my world. That's why I have all these games sitting here. Well, this week you're doing the rapid review on Shadow of Tomb Raider, right? Nice. Awesome.
What?
Oh.
I mean, so do I. Maybe. We still have to see about formatting my.
Yeah, I got to reformat your hard drive. I got too much stuff. I didn't get a chance to do spring cleaning this year, stupid COVID.
Too busy playing games?
Yeah, right.
Screw this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Yeah, I know.
And then do that, and then do that, and do that. Oh, you could be that for a while then.
Yeah.
Brendan, go do a video for that. Do a video on your Twitch for that. Just watching you move all your shit.
Honestly, at this point, you might even just be better just re-downloading everything onto the new hard drive. It might be faster.
Yeah, unless you're that. I'm.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you're a Souls player. You should be used to all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's how they get you.
So, there's some things that I read about the hybrid drives. And me not having one, I'm not sure. But one of the things that I read is that the hybrid drives really aren't much faster than the regular hard drives. And the reason for that is because it has a flash chip that the regular hard drive recognizes what you normally access and puts it to the flash. And then when you're playing that game, even then it'll take it from the regular hard drive and it'll preload what's next.
For any speed tests.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
It's mainly a matter of, do you have a set game that you play, or do you constantly switch it up? Because if you're constantly switching it up, that data from the game that you were just playing, it's got to wipe it and put the data from the game that you're playing now on that chip.
Yeah.
So you don't really get to utilize that flash memory if you're constantly changing games.
Sounds like extra steps.
Right.
It, like I said, it's good if you have that set game that you play.
Fair
But
enough.
I was looking at the Western Digital Black 5 terabyte.
Okay.
So I think I wonder if I'll do that. I'll re-download a couple similar games and I'll run some speed tests. I'll basically just time them like everybody does when they do comparison videos for those hard drives.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But other than that, watching, the wife and I watched a couple more episodes of Last Kingdom. It's getting pretty interesting. Steve, you should definitely give it a shot. It's a good show.
What was it again?
Last Kingdom.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
It's on my Prime, which
Yeah.
is or it's on Netflix, which is
Yeah.
on the smart TV too.
Okay. Yeah, fuck it.
So,
No, definitely. You said Last Kingdom?
Yeah, I can show you.
yeah.
Now,
Well, Steve,
now it's gonna be messed up for you because I already watched the entire series, so the
As long as you
episodes
watch
are already
it that
watched.
way, like if I start something, it's not going to screw you up like others when you're using other people's accounts.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Hopefully they watched it.
well, no, Rob, you finished it, didn't you?
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Is it'll already have it listed as every episode's watched, so it might screw up like recommending the next episode and just recommend a whole new series after every episode.
It's not my first rodeo.
Actually, Netflix is good about that. It'll recommend the next episode.
Cool. Even when it's watched. Cool.
Yeah,
I think I might watch them tonight, honestly.
because that's how the wife and I sleep. We throw on a show that we've seen a bunch of times.
Mine's usually with movies or shows. If I watch it like 30 million times, I'm like, all right, this is good.
Nice.
It's just noise.
I mean, yeah, you're right.
And I was watching Grown Ups. I don't know why. Like I was like,
Dude,
yeah.
I go back to it every so often myself.
I think
You
we
just
all
have
have
to.
those. We all have those. We just go back to like, I'm gonna watch something new, and then it's like, I'm bored. Let's go back to this.
Well, I mean, come on. Let's face it. Grown Ups 2. That's the life that a lot of dads wish they had.
Right?
Got
Get
enough
chocolate
money, you
wasted.
don't have to have a job. Send the kids off to school, and then you just spend the whole day just dicking around.
So
Take the school bus, go fly around.
right. So Steve,
Tell a cop you choked his brother out in the middle of a store.
that's amazing. Steve, what have you been watching, playing, doing?
I can tell you I haven't played 7 Remake in a while. I haven't played
Slacking.
14 really in a while.
Slacking.
Been watching Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck.
Little 90s nostalgia. Dude, it's a good show, man. To chill out. Watch some Darkwing Duck.
Nice.
Nice.
I do plan on trying to do some 7 Remake tonight. Maybe Monday night or Tuesday. Probably. Might do like a stream of my weekly stuff for 14 and do some 7 Remake as well.
There you go.
I actually have followers, man. People watch my stuff. I'm like, all right.
There you go.
Sweet.
Heck yeah.
Good for you, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, and then, don't forget to talk about it yet, but I'm waiting for October.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Well, and that's something that we can mention, that you're going to be hosting a news segment, a weekly news segment on Final Fantasy XIV. We're in the final stages of figuring out and planning how to do the show. And in the next couple of weeks, hopefully it'll be launching.
I'm a little nervous, guys. I'm a little nervous. I got this.
Nice.
I mean,
You'll be fine.
probably.
I mean,
I mean. Wait.
well, Rob, what about you?
So, I've been playing Destiny with Alana. Me and Alana play Destiny once or twice a week. I've been playing a lot of Need for Speed Heat lately. I don't know why. Just something that I can go back to, and it's fun to jump into and just mess around with, you know?
Yeah.
Rob, go fast. You go fast. You can go fast.
And then I played a couple games on Warzone. I finished season 2 of Altered Carbon, which I didn't think it was as good as the first season, but I think it's because they change actors, which it makes sense the way that they did it, and I'm not complaining about that. It just, I didn't see the guy that they have playing him as the new guy.
It's on my list.
I haven't seen anything about that show, so
You'd probably like it. It's really good.
yeah. That's cool.
List.
Trying to think, was there anything else that I've been watching? Not really. Now, doing, I've been doing a lot for the brand, our brand this week.
Oh, yeah.
Designed some new merch. Added some new stuff to the website. Just, quality of life changes, as Sony likes to call them. But other than that, man, yeah, I've just been working, living the dream.
Sweet. Nice.
So, moving on. We didn't get any responses to our community question after the show last week. So, we got nothing to read. This week's community question is, after the PlayStation 5 reveal, and you've had some time to think about it, and there's some price leaks that have come out on both sides, which way are you leaning? PS5 or Xbox? We want to hear from you, either in the comments now, or you can go to our website. You can go to our Discord. You can go to our Facebook. You can go to Twitch. We have a suggestion box on Twitch that we're using for our community questions. You can answer it on Twitter, and there'll be posts on each one with this week's community question, so it's easy to find.
Definitely the PS5 digital, for what Saturday Night Gaming said.
Yeah, Saturday Night said he's going for the PS5 digital.
See, I was thinking about that because, I don't with you guys. You get your special boxes and stuff. I'm just.
Well, we'll get into this in a little bit. We'll get into this in a little bit when we get to our discussion.
I got excited. Sorry.
So,
Because there are, I mean, yeah, we'll wait to have that discussion.
so up next, Bren, we got your rapid review.
Rapid review.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I need some music behind this transition. Well, whenever you're ready, I will count you in.
Hold on, let me pull the video up.
Okay, Boomer.
Wow. Coming from the dude that's wearing a Power Rangers t-shirt.
Wow.
Gotta
All
love
right,
it.
go ahead.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so a while ago I picked up the Shadow of the Tomb Raider special edition, I guess it would be. I don't know. It was a steel book. That's why I got it. So, first off, this game is beautiful. There is some downside to some of the visuals of it, which I understand the game came out a couple years ago, I believe it was. Like stuck together, it doesn't really flow and move much. Minor aesthetic like that. I'm not really that worried about. The environment itself is beautiful. They did a wonderful job. You're in the Peruvian jungle. You're chasing down. You're Tomb Raider. You're raiding tombs. Okay, what else is there to say about that? Um, yeah, yeah. Laura's been. We've been on this journey for decades with Lara Croft. Okay, we're all pretty well aware of what's going on in the game. She wants to preserve history. Trinity's out to, take whatever and, do whatever they want with it. The only problem I really have with it is the movements feel kind of delayed. Like you're running, you let it go. Like she still goes for another second. I don't know if that's them just adding, physics. Like you can't just suddenly stop. You know what I mean? Combat. I don't know if it's joystick. I don't know. I don't even know if I can try a mouse on the PlayStation with it. But the aiming, maybe I just need to turn the sensitivity down a little bit. But like you tap it a little bit and it like swings halfway across the screen. Yeah. One more thing. Okay. One thing I like that they did was you could individually adjust difficulty. Yes, you can change the difficulty on the puzzles or the combat and not just the overall. Yeah. So that way you're not constantly like, oh, these puzzles are too easy. Oh, these guys went down too fast, You can leave.
God.
Just adjust it however you like.
Yeah.
At least it's
All
not
in
as
all,
bad.
beautiful game, runs smoothly. Hit a couple loading hitches where I would be running or climbing up onto something and it would say loading across the bottom. I mean, we ran into that a couple times with like Destiny.
Yeah.
Even though Destiny is a slightly more open world game, but Tomb Raider is a lot more visually.
Now, was Shadow of the Tomb Raider the first one or the second one that came out on PS4? That's the second one, because the first one was Rise, when she was plane crashed on an island. Yeah.
Boat.
Oh, was it a boat? Okay. Either way, she got stranded on an island.
And that one originally came out on PS3. That was on the edge of the PS3, PS4 time.
And that's what I was curious of, was because I know, like, with the Ezio trilogy for Assassin's Creed, some of the physics, the running physics, are screwed up in that on the PS4. Like, you'll stop running, or you'll stop pressing up on the joystick, and he'll keep running for like 5 or 6 steps.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's some glitchy stuff in it, and this is when it first launched for PS4. I don't know if they took it out since or not. I haven't gone back because of it.
Well, I'm thinking of picking up the Ezio trilogy, so.
Nice. All right. So with that, let's get back to the news.
Back to the news.
And that's just a smooth blur transition. There's not the actual stinger transition.
Dude, there is an echo in my headset.
Do you have one of the like Facebook pulled up or Twitch pulled up?
Volumes are off, dude. So do you have something on your side?
Nope.
Nah.
I don't know. Maybe somebody can let us know if they hear an echo on their end.
Yeah, no, no.
No, nothing.
I mean,
It's gotta be on me then.
I don't hear any.
I mean,
Yeah, Saturday Night says no echo on his end, so.
Oh, okay. There's gotta be something on my side then.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate the sound test.
way to go, Brendan. Way to go.
Shut your mouth, little girl.
Wow. Little girl.
Rude.
He'll always be my precious little buttercup.
Oh, Papa
Nice.
Bear. Oh.
So, with that there, I don't know if you guys can hear the fireworks in the background because around me is fireworks central right now.
Yeah, it may have heard some yeets too, maybe.
Right?
Right?
So we got a lot of news,
Oh, yeah.
and some of this is like coming off of the PlayStation 5 event, and then some of it is also coming off of the EA event, which is our main topic and we'll get into in a little bit. And then there's a lot of delays and cancellations, unfortunately.
I mean, it's... Lately, it's how it's been.
So let's start with some of the PlayStation stuff. Off the bat, we got more information on Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Yes.
Now, this game looks amazing to me, and I think I said that whenever we were talking about the PS5 reveal stuff.
Yeah.
Now, they have come out and they said that this is its own expansion, basically. It's a standalone expansion.
Yeah, because a lot of people were crying, well, what about the rest of Peter Parker's story? And they're like, dude, calm down. Like, this is a whole new thing.
Right.
Exactly.
Now, they said that, they're far from over with Peter's story.
Yeah, there's
Um,
crybabies.
Another thing that they said is that this is going to be about half the game, half the length of the regular Spider-Man game. So it's not as long.
Really?
Yeah, it's not as long.
Now, are they including the DLC chapters?
I don't think.
They'll probably get eventually DLC, but...
Because that was, what, three chapters?
Yeah. But so basically, coming straight from PlayStation's blog, it's now wintertime, about a year after the events of the first game. New York is covered in snow, and just before Christmas break, a war between an energy corporation and a high-tech criminal army has broken out.
Dun, dun, dun.
They've said that our team at Insomniac has been working incredibly hard to bring you a fantastic Miles Morales adventure since we concluded development on Marvel's Spider-Man. You'll experience a full story arc with Miles, one that's more akin to a game like Uncharted: The Lost Legacy in terms of overall scope. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is an important, heartfelt, emotional, and essential experience to expanding the Marvel Spider-Man's universe.
I'll buy it.
I mean, it like I said, it looks like a great game. And I'm curious of, like, whenever I was reading, and I can't remember, it was a different article that they were talking to Insomniac that they said that it's going to be about half the length. It's its own standalone expansion. Is it going to be at the price of a full game?
I mean, if they openly admit that it's only going to be half as long, I think they're going to rub people the wrong way if they turn around and put a $60 price tag on this.
Well,
$40.
here's another way that they could spin it though. So if you have the original Spider-Man, because I'm pretty sure that they said that that's one of the games that you'll be able to play forward. If you already have it, you can buy Miles Morales as like DLC.
Oh.
That's how I would spin it. But if you're buying it as its own as a standalone game, you're going to end up paying full price because you're buying a full game, the game itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll still be a full game, just not like as long as their first Marvel Spider-Man, because I was so much involved in that first one.
But even then, I can see people, hey, you're price gouging us because we want to play as Peter, we wanted to play as Miles. So, I don't know. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out and pans out.
I mean, they still haven't discussed what an actual PS5 game is going to be either.
Right.
Which it's probably going to be 60, but you never know.
So, Steve, you want to talk about the next thing? Because you brought it to my attention?
Yes. So I was at work, scrolling through my Google News feed, and then see something about PS5, and some people on the interwebs did their investigative thing as they always do. And I'm like, all right, so I was like, what's special about this P5 controller? If you go to the site, or anyone, just Google it and scroll in, or just zoom or go wherever, you can see that grip's actually made out of the triangle, square, X, and circle, which I think it's a very subtle thing that wasn't really needed, but also it's like, we got
Wait a minute, is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw it looked like little grips. I didn't notice it actually.
Yeah, it's the iconic
small as
symbols.
hell, but it's a nice little nod, I think, to PS5.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Oh my god, it is.
Yep. I was tickled by it.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome.
What I'm going to do for all of our watchers right now, listeners, you have to tune in and watch it live. If you want to see this, I'm going to pull up
Well, they can, if they look it up, we're pulling this article from pushsquare.com.
Yeah. So, right now, I have it pulled up over top of us so you can't see us. But you can see the icons in the grip.
That
like I said,
is awesome.
It wasn't like a necessary thing, but the fact they did that, I think it's pretty cool. So I like little shit like that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely awesome.
So you're welcome. Okay. This is what I do. Random articles. Oh, hey, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
I mean, now my question with that is, are we going to get stuff like that across the entire lineup? Or is it going to have stuff like that on the actual console or on any of the peripherals, like the headphones? Because think about how cool that would be on the side of the headphones.
And that's why I'm getting the digital, so I have more money to get the headphones.
Yeah. And guys, if you can hear my dog, I apologize. He's freaking out because of all the fireworks going on.
Poor puppy.
I know, poor little pupper.
Poor puppers.
I know.
And of course, the wife and kids are all outside watching the fireworks. So.
Oh, look at them sitting outside in this heat,
Right.
looking at fireworks.
Oh, what
instead of staring at the blue light of a computer monitor.
What is wrong with them?
Oof.
Sitting in the air conditioning.
Bruh.
All right, so up next, and no surprise here, honestly.
I'll take this one.
Yeah?
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, really,
Because
I
I am really waiting forward to this game. The whole cyberpunk thing has been, I fell in love with it back in the Genesis.
See, dude,
when I first played. Huh?
And that's why I'm telling you got to watch Altered Carbon, dude. Altered Carbon is cyberpunk.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I fell in love with cyberpunk stuff. Genesis, when I was playing Shadowrun.
Yeah.
That was an awesome game. I still want to go back because I never finished it. I was too young to understand all that stuff, I guess, and never finished the game.
Rip. It's okay.
So, but anyways, moving on. Polygon put out this article Cyberpunk 2077 delayed again to November to address balance and bug issues. I'm okay with this personally.
I am too.
I don't know how everybody else feels about it, but I am perfectly okay with this. As someone who bought Final Fantasy 15 when it first came out, played through the story, dealt with the bugs, and then didn't see that it was fixed until weeks after I finished the game.
Right. Now, one thing, and did you read Project Red's CD Project Red, their statement? Did you read their statement?
Well, I was getting ready to read that. Now, this statement was posted by the co-founder Marcin Owinski and head of the studio Adam Badowski. They wrote, at the time we are writing these words, Cyberpunk 2077 is finished both content and gameplay wise. The quest, the cutscenes, the skills and items, all the adventures Night City has to offer, it's all there. But with such an abundance of content and complex systems interweaving with each other, we need to properly go through everything, balance game mechanics, and fix a lot of bugs.
So things are getting nerfed already. I'm kidding.
Well, I mean, honestly, for as open world and as massive as this is going to be, I can completely understand it. Now, the second part of this that isn't in there in Polygon's article, they said that they gave a current build to reviewers starting this upcoming week.
Really?
Now, obviously, it's not going to be the full game, and probably it's just a partially completed section, and it's probably the same demo that we got from them last year at E3, where it wasn't the gameplay, it was just the...
Well, there was a little bit, where they started a mission, they had to go talk to the guy, they showed how you could give different interactions depending on what kind of person you are.
And that's what I think that this is going to be, is maybe a little bit more of a iteration of that, is what the reviewers are getting.
Okay.
I mean, as much as I joke, obviously we all like a finished, pretty polished game and mild bugs, as long as it still gets...
Well, I have two things about this. And the first one is something that we're going to talk about a little bit later with another game. But with as big as this game is, I'm wondering if they're having problems keeping it on current gen consoles.
I was thinking the same thing.
There's that. That's my first.
Because I understand where we at now. We're at June, July, August, September, October. They want to push it back another 4.5 months.
Well, they want to push it from September to November, so they want to push it back an extra 2 months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry, because I was looking at the original release. Yeah, April, then it was pushed back to September. I mean, here's what I'm trying to get at. They say it's done. It's finished. It's playable. It's pretty much right there. It's ready to go. Is it really that buggy?
Well, like I said, that's what I'm curious of, and I wouldn't be surprised if there's reviewers that already have their hands on a PS5, dev kits or whatever it is, and they're the ones getting this game. Just because...
I highly doubt any reviewer has a PS5 dev kit.
Maybe not a dev kit, but they might have a PS5 prototype. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, IGN and companies like that have a PS5 sitting there.
Fair. I mean, it's possible.
Because, I mean, if they're pushing this game out already, and we know people that played Last of Us 2 months ago, in order to fully experience this game, you're going to need a next-gen console to do it.
Yeah.
And
like I said, and Rob, I talked to you about this on the phone the other day. You know, we saw this with the beginning of the PS3 era. When they released Call of Duty World at War, I got it on the PlayStation 2.
Right.
And the final mission that I can remember, because I was only probably 6 hours into the game, maybe even a little shorter than that, because, you know, they didn't focus on multiplayer back then.
Right.
Fair.
We stormed this mansion in Japan, and then the troops surrounded us because we were in the center of like this pit, and we had to fight our way out. And then the game ended.
Right.
Well, then I read reviews on the game, and it turns out the PS3 version of the game, that's only halfway through the actual campaign on the PlayStation 3.
Right.
So I read into it, and yeah, the PlayStation 2 just couldn't handle, you know, what they were trying to push for the PlayStation 3.
Well, that
So
was
they had
also,
to cut half the game.
I was gonna say, wasn't that also the first iteration of Blu-ray?
The first PS3.
Wasn't the PS3 wasn't that when they were changing disc formatting?
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that probably had a big deal to do with it too, that they literally just couldn't put any more of the game onto that disc.
Yeah. Which, funny dude, do you know why they call it Blu-ray?
Because of the ray they use to read it.
Because
Yeah.
it uses a blue laser instead of a red.
Blue has a shorter wavelength,
Yeah.
so they're able to store more. I thought that was a little cool.
No, it's cool. No, it's.
I find little facts like that
So
interesting.
there you go, guys. There's your fact of the day that you can take and run with.
We need a little more. The more you know, star fly
Right.
across the screen.
No. We'll do the more you know, and it'll be our logo.
Yeah. No, NBC will come after us for that one. You
Use-
guys used our thing.
No. See, we'll have it come up, and we'll have our logo come up, and it'll just say useless facts.
I like that. We also
The pointless information we retain while sitting on the
If we're
toilet.
adding new shit to the show, we should also do a what really grinds my gears segment.
We'll do the logo. It'll just be shit you'll never use.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. We all
Dad facts.
Right? Stupid bar trivia facts. That's the only time that you're ever going to use this stuff.
do a dad pun section too.
Oop.
Broke it.
Yeah, well, Explorer is no longer Explorer. They have a new thing, so.
Oh God.
Do they really?
Yeah. So up next, we have... there it is. TwitchCon San Diego canceled. And, I mean, that's something that we're not too surprised on.
I mean, we've pretty much beat this subject. COVID came around. Rob, you and I were at like one of the last conventions of the year.
Yeah, we were at PAX.
PAX East, and even then they were like panicking over the thing. I mean, oh God, dude, you and I left there with so much cleaner in our systems. We were like dried out.
Right. So yeah, with they haven't really said anything else about if they're going to do anything digital or anything like that. Just that they canceled it altogether.
Might have I mean,
Dude, honestly, you need like MMO type servers to handle Comic-Con traffic.
Well, I mean, really, the event is you being there.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna skip around. I'm gonna skip around this a little bit. This list.
We'll have to wait. Because when Warpoint gets bigger, maybe we'll fly out to San Diego and go.
Ooh.
Even though, from what I hear, San Diego Comic-Con sells out in like 10 seconds.
Right.
I mean,
Well, this is just TwitchCon San Diego. This isn't Comic-Con.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
so there's a chance.
Well, I think you have to be invited to TwitchCon.
Gotta know a guy who knows a guy who knows a person. Gotcha.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm going to jump around this list a little bit. I'm just going to pretty much tack this onto that. PAX West has canceled their in-person event and will host PAX Online instead. PAX Online is a new 9-day event taking place virtually from September 12th through the 20th. There'll be 3 channels hosting content non-stop each and every day. including panels, concerts, competitions, and esports events. PAX Online plans to offer downloadable demos to replicate the experience of trying games out on the show floor. And if you want to get PAX merch, you will still be able to buy it online.
Okay.
PAX West organizers had said in April that they plan to host a conference as scheduled. By that time, E3, San Diego Comic-Con, and Gamescom had already been canceled due to the pandemic.
Damn,
And they
COVID.
pretty much went back and said that, after looking at everything, they couldn't do it. Now, PAX Online also replaces PAX Australia, which was officially canceled June 15th. And then a statement, the PAX Australia organizer said the next edition of the show will take place in 2021. So yeah, there's that.
I gotta say it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy that they canceled TwitchCon. I mean, do you really want a convention filled with the big Twitch streamers standing around stroking each other and complaining to each other?
Hey, we're on Twitch. Shh. They're gonna cancel us.
Oh no, you have to attack someone directly. Like, you have to throw their name out there.
So, Bren, you gotta watch my stream later and start talking shit, right? I'll get you.
Yeah.
You call that playing 7?
I mean, you go to these things and all you hear is about some big streamer,
So
signing some multi-million-dollar, several-year contract.
Well, there is one person that I would actually like to meet through all this.
Mr. Happy.
No,
I want to meet Mr. Happy.
Harris Heller.
Yeah, Harris he seems like a really nice guy.
I mean, I'm part of his Discord channel. He's
I
always.
couldn't keep up with that channel.
I have it muted. I don't actually get anything
It's
from
half
it.
of Discord anyways.
But I do go in there from time to time and look at stuff, and he's always putting resources out for streamers. In fact, and I'm not trying to plug him or anything, but it's something that I've been using a lot lately. Is his streamer beats. He literally created his own record label to put music that he created out for streamers to use without worry of copyright strikes.
They'll still find a reason to attack people for it.
Well, he actually has documentation from a lawyer that is signed by a judge that you have the right to the music.
Awesome.
He's doing everything he can so that streamers can have music.
Yeah.
And
I know he's not charging, but I think he does take donations.
yeah.
I think that's what not everybody, but if you're gonna be streaming on Twitch and then there's that rights thing,
Well, and that's somebody that I honestly don't mind donating to, because he does put so much time and effort into
just
not
put
only
him out
his
there like you're doing right now.
not only his Twitch stuff, but he does YouTube videos on how to help, it's stuff that helps your channel out, and he takes time to actually explain why you should do something and why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I mean that's awesome
Yeah.
for small streamers to be able to follow.
I've watched a lot of his videos,
Oh, me too.
and it seems like he just wants to help out.
He genuinely cares about small streamers.
Yeah.
And he's not just doing it so that he can say, "Yeah, I helped them, they'll donate."
That's solid.
So next up, Pokemon Snap is back. Oh crap.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys remember the original Pokemon Snap.
On N64?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There
we
was
got
some
control.
Yeah, I
weird
remember it.
there was some weird shit in that.
It was a photo safari game. You followed a rail,
Took
and
pictures.
you looked around, you snapped pictures.
Now you had other things that you could do too. So you got you got this basically pepper spray ball. Then you threw a Pokeball that you threw out there, and whenever it hit, it pepper sprayed and stunned them and stuff. You had a lure rod that you would lure Pokemon different places so you could take pictures. But then if you would lure Charmander into a pit of lava, he'd become a Charizard. but you're literally making him commit suicide to become a Charizard.
Yeah.
The one that were messed up adults.
In today's world, they'll take a lot of that stuff out.
Like that stuff like that's like, wow, that's okay.
These Pokemon have digital rights, man. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, like the whole thing you said about using the pepper spray balls to push them in certain areas. Yeah, given the current state of the world, they'll definitely be removing
Hate
that.
to go there, but it's a part of our society.
Hate to go there.
I hate to be that guy, but we know.
Or, if they leave it in and you
Band-Aid,
throw
rip.
it, then you get some little Antifa member that runs out onto the screen and says, Pokemon have rights.
So with Pokemon Snap,
Yeah, this show's canceled now.
right? Pokemon Snap is being developed by Bandai Namco.
Interesting.
Yeah, not Nintendo. Like, okay.
Like you have this in case it's backlash. You have this.
That's odd that that Nintendo's giving
Bandai though.
Bandai.
an IP as big as Pokemon to
Bandai.
another company,
Right.
or just another company in general.
Well, I'm wondering if there's something more between Bandai and Nintendo that we're going to learn about here shortly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm totally reaching for air, but it wouldn't surprise me at something.
Nintendo never gives their IPs to outside companies,
This is true.
Right.
True.
especially one that they've been milking since the early mid '90s.
Right. Now, we do not
He's
have
not wrong.
we do not have a release date for this. It's basically in its early stages.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'd buy it.
I probably won't buy this.
I mean, I still need to buy a Switch. So when I get a Switch, I'll get it.
I mean, it's Nintendo. They're gonna put a full price tag on this.
Some Nintendo. I mean, I've seen some Nintendo games go all the way down to like $49.99, $39.99. But not this game for sure. It's gonna be about $60. Watch
so,
the Pikachu edition or some shit like that, probably.
do either of you guys want to take this, or you want me to take this next one?
The FDA one,
Yeah.
I'll take it
Bren,
because
big boy
it,
can
it,
take
it hits a little close to home for me.
By all means, buddy. I want the.
So we have our first FDA approved prescription video game for kids with ADHD.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
As a father with a child that has ADHD, I watched the video on this game. They're full of crap.
I don't know.
I don't know how many different levels of ADHD there are.
There.
Here's the thing. It looks like they bounce and grab orbs. They go from side to side, follow. It's a path. It's a rail game. There's not much to it from what they showed us.
Right.
What I'm curious about, what was their criteria for making approving this game for, like you said, I'm pretty sure there's different spectrums of the ADHD side, or the ADD side, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool, it's nice, don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not gonna harp on it, but it's like, what exactly, like Brendan said, this game looks like crap. Like, how's it supposed to? So many questions. Like, I think I'm just overthinking.
Now, see, here's
but
my thing. Like, we're not playing it. I'd actually want to see it hands-on
fair, yeah, for sure.
and see what's going on with that.
Oh, definitely.
Just because it might actually look simple, but it's to the point that someone with ADHD can follow it because it's on the simple side. But I think that this is a step in the right direction. That, and Microsoft has been doing this for years with their, Play for Everyone stuff, where they make controllers and stuff that anybody can use. And I think that that's awesome.
Okay.
So it's a nice concept. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on the game because there's literally nothing about it other than it's being announced. But I mean, I'm interested to see what it actually
So
has.
According to the company's favorite of the 5 studies, the answer is yes. 1/3 of kids treated, and this is in quotes, no longer had a measurable attention deficit on at least one measure of objective attention after playing the obstacle dodging target collecting game for 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week for 4 weeks. Hey, Rob.
Wait, hold on. I thought that was labeled as an addiction at this point.
Gaming?
Didn't the
Yeah,
FDA
yeah.
come out like last year
Loot
and say
boxes,
The
everyone's
Who.
considered-
The Who.
The Who,
was it
yeah.
the Who?
The Who.
Yeah.
Who? Sorry.
Damn it, Robert.
So
That's it.
they
Pause
kind of.
muted.
There's already kind of a game like this out, and my daughter plays it. It's a musical game
Oh, crap.
that the beat of the game is a ball that hops along a trail, and you just kind of move your finger side to side so that the ball lands on the pad and keeps hopping.
Yeah.
Do we used to have like a little paddle ball thing?
Yeah, but
here's
see,
my, here's
we
my
were.
boomer. Here's my back in my day.
I mean-
All day.
At least me and Rob, we were destructive about it. We would see how hard we could hit it, so the ball would go out and hit
Duh.
someone.
Duh.
Yeah, we were evil. We were evil children back in the.
I mean, me and my
90s and
brothers were
early
bastards,
2000s.
too.
Definitely.
We used to light shit on fire. We used to be amateur exterminators. Gasoline and fireworks to kill things.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
nothing.
But-
We are fine.
like I said, dude. As a father who has a child with ADHD, I don't see how this game's going to do much for her.
Squirrely Dan reference. Everyone's a effing expert.
I just, from the video that I saw, from the gameplay, my daughter already has a game like this,
Yeah.
and it hasn't changed anything.
Brendan, the FDA approved it, sir. The high mighty
Yeah.
FDA.
I don't know.
Well, you know
like
what?
I said, this is something that I think we cannot really fully judge until
True. Just give him a little opinion on it.
it can actually like
No, for sure.
be
I get
tested.
it.
And who knows, Bren? Maybe you can get a prescription for it, and your insurance will cover it. Huh?
No,
No.
no. My daughter has several musical games that already do this, and she got it for free off of the Apple Store.
Speaking of music games,
I don't know, dude. I just feel like this is something that we need to try. Like, I don't think that we can judge this without trying it. But that's just my opinion.
Well, apparently you have to be prescribed it first.
Well, maybe I'll just go in there going, I can't focus on anything. I mean,
I can't keep my thoughts in order.
if anybody's watched the show, they'll know it's true for all of us.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
video footage.
Oh.
right here.
Oh, we without a doubt have ADD.
So this might help us.
No.
I'll do a review about it when it comes
Yeah,
out.
Steve's gonna do the review.
I'll do a review of it. Well, do the Bob Ross voice. Now, here we have small little ball.
Here we have a happy ship. we're gonna draw some happy fish. Stay in school, kids, and remember, hugs, not drugs.
Real quick,
Right.
Rob, before you start, think about musical games. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but that new Kingdom Hearts.
No, we didn't
Okay.
talk about it.
Okay.
And
said-
no,
you
we're
said-
not
you
going
said-
to talk about it.
Aw, what?
No.
Brian said take about 10 to 20% off, bud. Figure
Yeah.
it out.
No, we're not going to talk about that game because it no, just
No,
no.
we're not gonna
Just
talk.
no.
We don't do that here.
Wait. I guess I really need to read about this.
The new Kingdom Hearts game
Yeah.
that is just like more crap for you to buy, and they're living off the Kingdom Hearts name.
It's everything though. Brand recognition, bud.
Well, I mean, it's Disney. They're gonna milk this.
Well, listen.
Figure we address the Dumbo in the room. Huh, get it? Not
yeah,
the elephant is Dumbo, huh? Huh?
And now you're getting sued.
Yep.
They can try to take money off of me, please.
Racist.
Oh my God, really? Shut up, Brendan.
Yep.
Puerto Rican.
Yeah, well, I think it's called
You're-
Remind.
You and your white privileged ass.
Oh my god.
Rob's like, we're just gonna keep moving. We're not getting into this.
I can't remember what.
Something of memoriam or memory or something. Bullshit.
Yeah, it's some bullshit, but yeah, it's bullshit. Is all it is.
Your typical Disney spin on a name.
Yeah.
Hey guys, the train's off track.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Steve. So up next,
I call bullshit.
you're the one that brought up Kingdom Hearts. Up next,
Because it's a musical game. God.
yeah, a musical game. Kingdom Hearts is not a fucking musical
It's
game.
supposed to be.
Never supposed to be a musical game.
Well,
Well, yeah.
figure it out.
So something that's interesting, and I kind of mentioned on it earlier. There are reports that Resident Evil 8 is no longer current gen. It will only be next gen. Now, this is a leak, so you could take it with a grain of salt.
Do it with me, Brendan.
Quotations.
Yeah.
So I first heard about this. A video came across my feed on YouTube from Review Tech USA. Now, I could have swore that in the video I heard him say that there are a number of games that are being canceled for cross-gen, that they will be next-gen only because we're hitting the limitations of current gen.
Yeah.
And I can believe it.
Now, Aesthetic Gamer is the one that is leaking, in quotation marks.
Leaking.
So his tweet says, okay, I got some clarification on why they made RE8 next gen only when it was cross gen previously. With the updated graphic fidelity overhaul they're doing still in progress, the way RE8 was designed led to past gen consoles having a lot of pop-in load texture load times, because the game has you traveling through most of the village and had a lot of load zones. Because there's a bigger focus on exploration, this would lead to the last gen console versions having notable issues, and it was holding back how pretty they could make the game.
Yep.
Now this comes back to Cyberpunk. If this is going to happen with Resident Evil 8 and, just load points in this village, and we don't know how big the village is, we don't know how big this world is, but with all that...
Well, I mean, if they're going to be focusing on exploration in a Resident Evil game...
Yeah.
I mean, they already said they're trying to take Resident Evil back to its horror roots.
Yeah.
So to do a dark, gritty game that's also a whole village that you have to explore, if it's going to be that big, maybe we can go from house to house. Right. And I mean every house to house, not just certain houses like they tend to do.
Right.
That'd be nice.
A lot of these Resident Evil games.
Now, like I said, with that being said, I feel like there's going to be that limitation pushed onto Cyberpunk as well.
Yeah.
Just because that pretty much means that how many other games is what I'm trying to get at is how many other games are going to be like this too. That are
Horizon Zero Dawn 2.
Is that scheduled for both?
I don't know. Did they go ahead talk? I'll find out.
Now, the thing with this is RE8 isn't even expected to launch until 2021. And on top of that,
won't be a surprise.
Whenever this launches, is it going to be a PlayStation exclusive? And the reason I ask this is because if it's not, then Microsoft lied.
What do you mean?
Microsoft came out and in their thing clearly said, their conference,
There will not be any next gen exclusivity.
For at least a year. So unless RE8 is pushed till holiday 2021, they lied. You know what I mean? Or they're not gonna release it on their console and wait for their time period to be up. But then they're taking money out of not only their pocket, but giving money to Sony.
We shall see.
So I'm not seeing anything that Horizon Zero Dawn 2 is expected for the PS4 as well.
Yeah, I kind of figured that there won't be much information on it just because we didn't get much information on it.
Yeah, we know it's a 2021 release window.
Yeah.
And they're really utilizing the PS5 specs to really push the game in the console, I guess.
Right.
I
think that's going to be PS5 exclusive. I really do.
Oh yeah, sorry. There's Horizon Forbidden West is a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
So no, we won't. I mean that I get. If you're going to push that beautiful of a game,
might as well wait.
Meant for the next gen, why would you hold the game back and do it for the PS4?
Right. And that's what I'm saying with Cyberpunk, man. I'm kind of expecting, I don't know, for the game to be as big and as immersive as it is.
Yeah.
Wait the next gen console, honestly.
Even if they do cross-platform with it or cross-gen with it.
Yeah.
All it's going to be is PS4 and then PS5 enhanced. It's not going to take full advantage of it because the way that PS5 games are being developed in utilizing the software, they can't include that in the code because the PS4 can't do that. The PS4 physically doesn't have the hardware to do it.
So you're looking at another upscale
and I mean
situation.
this goes back to how Mark Cerny described how the PlayStation 5 will work.
So I feel like
instead of having hundreds of the same assets built and loaded onto the disc, you have a quarter of that.
Yeah.
You just to get different looking trees and different looking signs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's what I mean.
It doesn't seem like it'll be usable.
I think that any game that is going to be cross-generational will be made for current gen, and then certain features will be enhanced on next gen.
I cannot remember the link I shared a bit ago, but it's I forget what game, but it was saying that it offered a free PS5 upgrade. I can't remember it because I shared a link. I think I shared a link.
Cyberpunk.
Was it okay?
Yeah, Cyberpunk's going to offer a free upgrade. But it doesn't matter because Cyberpunk's coming out November 19th and a console's going to launch November 15th. So it doesn't make any sense for them to say that now. Just because...
Listen, man.
No, I know. I'm just saying. That's
He's like, quit biting my head off, Rob.
No, I didn't say... No. Just saying, man.
I'm joking. Calm down.
I'm calm.
Okay, so... I'm going to throw this one between the two of you and watch you fight over who's reading the next one.
I have no dibs. Dibs is dibs. It's a dibs.
Oh.
Fine. No.
Fine. No.
No. I disappointed you.
No.
I heard your voice, Brendan. You sound disappointed.
No, you read it.
Fine.
If you guys don't want to read it, I'll read it.
No. All right, so Warner Brothers is to hold a massive virtual event for DC comic fans, I believe August 22nd, starting at 10 a.m. What is that, Pacific?
Pacific Daylight Time.
So.
Which means it'll be 1 p.m. Eastern Time.
Nice.
I could still watch it. So we're looking at some big events, reveals, content from WB Games, comics and film and TV. Blah, blah, blah. It's basically going to be like a good old comic book show, comic book thing. You're going to see a bunch of movies. Black Adam, The Batman, Wonder Woman 1984. which will be having the panels. We'll also highlight casts from the television shows such as Flash, Stargirl, and Black Lightning. Sweet. I'm looking forward to that. Plus, it's going to be one day online, so some good movies, some other good nerdy stuff.
Did we get a definite on who's playing Black Adam?
I haven't seen anything.
I don't think so.
It's been a while since I've seen.
I think it would be hilarious if they cast Kevin Hart as Black Adam.
Well, I mean, the last one that I saw, it was Dwayne Johnson.
So I mean, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think he'd be a great Black Adam.
There's all that talk about it like a while ago. I would assume that'd be a good move on their part because it's The Rock.
So yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, three days ago, Dwayne Johnson confirms Black Adam for DC fandom.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, this article was put up 3 days ago by CosmicBook.news.
I've yet to watch Stargirl.
Nice.
Wait, you have to watch Stargirl?
Because I still haven't, just to check it out.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Dude, this look at Luke Wilson does not make me want to watch it. I like him, but I just don't know about... I don't know. Have you watched it yet?
No, not yet. I still need to finish season 2 of...
Shit. Titans, right?
Yeah.
I'm laughing because I was in my head. I'm thinking, I'm not a big DC fan. I'm wearing a Superman T-shirt.
Pisses off half the nerdom in the world.
It's like,
damn it, Robert.
Rob's covering his shirt. No, I mean, I don't really get behind the whole DC thing. Rob, what are you wearing? It's just a shirt. Well, why don't you move your hands? Because I kind of like my arms being right here.
I'm just comfortable with it like this, Like, okay, don't judge me. I just want to hug my microphone, just get up real close to it.
my beautiful XLR mic.
I just got to get up here and give my...
Oh, speaking of shows,
NPR
Brendan,
voice,
check out... I don't know how much you're into animated, like, DC stuff, but, what the heck were they called? Young Justice? Good show.
Yeah.
Good series.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it. My daughter, Mia, was really into it a couple years ago.
Awesome.
And then, well, they wouldn't release season 2 on Netflix, so...
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
I kind of told her
No. They had season 2. They had season 2 on Netflix. Yeah. They weren't doing a third because I watched both.
Well, no, all the seasons are on DC Universe.
Well, now they are. Yeah, now they are. But at one point, you could watch the second season on Netflix. This was a while ago, though, so it's been a while. Good stuff.
Moving on.
Good stuff.
Up next is something that really grinds my gears.
Ha! Is that what we call, I guess, now?
The Last of Us 2 launched 2 days ago. We are less than 48 hours into a launch. All the critics gave that game 10 out of 10, basically. I mean, I think it has 9.2 on Metacritic.
Everybody's a critic.
Yeah, everybody thinks they're a critic.
Well, I mean, everybody
I'm kidding.
is. What the
I'm
heck
kidding.
I broke.
He broke Chrome.
I broke Chrome.
He broke Chrome.
So,
I broke the Google machine.
Rip.
Metacritic gave it a 95%. Push Square gave it a 10 out of 10. Pocket Lint gave it a 5 out of 5.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a bunch of reviewers that have given this thing 100%. Now, within 8 hours of this thing launching, I've seen everything from people bashing an ending of a 25-hour game 7 hours into it.
I know, they're just so smart. They just extrapolated.
Professional speedrunners, bro.
How? No.
No.
Plus,
none of them were Asian-y.
No, it's not even that.
Kidding.
Racist.
I'm kidding. Oh my god.
It's not even that. What I'm saying is, like, it doesn't matter how you go about it. There's no way you're beating a game in a third of the time it says do it without some glitch like Chelsea School Appropriate does with Spyro 2, where you just glitch through the game and you could beat it in 8 minutes. You don't have stuff like that anymore. There's no way that these people know the
Plus,
ending.
why would you want to skip that much of a story game?
Now, I'm not going to lie. I've actually been watching this. Just because the Last of Us 2 gameplay. Just because I'm probably not going to pick this up until PS5. And I've seen some of the stuff that these people are bitching about, and it makes no sense to me why they're bitching about it.
Please elaborate a little bit without spoiling.
So this is a minor spoiler. Minute. And if you've watched any of the preview trailers, you get it. That Ellie's gay. You just know.
Okay.
So one of the things that I've read in almost every review is this is them pushing their LGBTQ agenda. What? There's one kiss between them. And then
Oh, you talking about that dance scene?
yeah.
The one that they've been showing since they started showing off the game?
Yes. But this is Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog pushing their agenda.
No.
That's the only thing in there, and it literally builds story. There's talks of senseless acts of violence in this game, which are extreme story plot. I'm not going to say what it is because it's
but when,
spoiler. But it sets up the entire game. 1, 2, it makes perfect sense how it happens. And 3, when this happened in other series, people were like, yeah, this is awesome. And now, because it happened in this, they're like, oh, this is senseless violence. Like, have you ever played a Souls game? Come on.
The people who sit there and say it are literally the Karens of the customer service world. Just saying.
I don't understand it. Like,
Not to make fun of it, but it's just one of them things. It's people.
The review bombs that have come out, and that's all this is. That's all this is a review bomb.
Just tell me that one morning it actually came out, and they're like, it was only out for a couple hours.
7 hours?
Yeah,
7 hours yesterday.
Already.
7 hours after it came out, they were complaining about the ending.
I just shook my head, guys. Like he said, I was barely awake. I'm like,
and
I've never even played that series, and I'm like, that's stupid. Why would you sit there and just bitch about a game that's only been out for 7 hours?
I mean, actually, as of today, the ratings have gone up.
Regardless.
The ratings have gone from like 2.4 to 3.8 on Metacritic. Here's another thing. The entirety of the lifespan of The Last of Us, the first Last of Us, had like 12,000 reviews. Over the past 10 years that it's been out. This has been out for less than 48 hours.
Why is there so much red negative? That's out of 7.
And literally has almost 25,000 reviews.
And
it has double what the original had in less than 2 days.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, here, I'll read some of these user reviews. Just not what we want. It kind of sucks to know we've been waiting all this time for nothing. That's all they say. The story is too bad. It makes me sick. You destroyed it with your own hands. It's a real pity. This game is forcing you to watch digital gay porn. I got weird, painful feelings in my butt after playing this game.
The fuck?
What?
Excuse my language, but the fuck?
Trolls. That's all that sounds like is trolls.
I mean, sure, but like, this goes back to the same shit on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't trust sites like this.
I was moved by The Last of Us and incredibly disappointed in its sequel. The story and messaging is terrible. Now, most of these reviews are from yesterday, which less than 24 hours after it came out. This game is the last straw in showing us the divide between critic and consumer. Stupidly high review scores due to SJW content. Take away that content and ask them to review it again. This game is an abomination. It may look great, but the visuals can only please you for so long. All the news articles saying, oh, here they come, the negative review bombers, and yes, we're giving this game the score it deserved because the media won't. Pointless story that leaves you wondering why you bothered asking for this game for the last 7 years.
This is my confused face, guys.
And I know what they're talking about. And it's something... I'm not.
Just simmer down.
After the game's been out for a couple weeks, I'll come back and we can talk about this some more.
Okay.
That way I can start to get kind of spoilery.
It's bad. It's just nothing but...
But I just can't believe it. The review bombs.
Straight face on me. Straight face. Nothing. I'm not surprised by this. Because these are the same. I don't know if it's the exact same people. But, you know, we had these reviewers come out when the game Days Gone came out. Oh, a violent white biker guy that you play as, you know, typical biker guy. All the zombies are white people.
Dude,
they're all white men.
The same shit about the Star Wars game that came out. The same type of shit about when whatever came out. Like,
but yeah.
What, Fallen Order?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did they say about Fallen Order?
Yeah, well, why is it gotta be a white dude and why can't it be this and that? Be like, because there's... I don't know. I forget the exact thing, but it's just people were being stupid. They're asking for shit, or they're unrealistic about shit, or just trying to start shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
I just want to play games, man.
Yeah.
That's all. It's up there with Rotten Tomatoes.
Like I said, there's stuff that I want to talk about, and that we can talk about if you don't mind hearing spoilers for the game after the show.
No, I don't want to hear spoilers.
Okay, then I won't.
The spoiler is, Brendan, something happens.
That you know.
Yeah,
happens.
I know.
You're gonna make some movements.
But
kill
anyways,
some things.
moving on. One last news article that I just added, because I was just reading about it. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Be there, be square. Crash Bandicoot 4 will be revealed.
I'll be up. Nah, shit, I won't be. Crap.
Really? They didn't skip out on him.
Activision has announced that they're revealing Crash Bandicoot 4. It's about
name.
time.
I love that name.
On June 22nd at 11 a.m. Eastern, including a stream at Summer Games Fest. The teaser video doesn't say much, but don't worry. Some of the details are already public knowledge.
Dun, dun, dun.
And you know how earlier we were talking about the ADHD game?
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah, that's all Crash Bandicoot is.
Dodging
Hit
and
the
collecting
boxes,
targets.
it hit boxes.
Dodging, jumping over holes, and grabbing apples.
Yeah.
We're so adjusted, guys.
So, yeah, tomorrow around 11, I'm sure if you Google Crash Bandicoot Livestream or Summer Games Fest, it'll come up.
So,
I love the title, just saying.
Now, some of the links and screenshots include escapes with a look behind you camera angle, wacky mechanics like jetpacks, the return of Dr. Neo Cortex.
Yes.
They also hint at the visual upgrade and an October 9th release date. The shot only included an Xbox logo at the end, but we expect a wider release when the teaser video shows a PS4 DualShock controller.
Yep.
This likely isn't to be a revolution. All at the same time, a true sequel is a big deal. It suggests that the remastered game sparked enough of a Crash Bandicoot revival that there is an interest in a new story. The real question is whether or not there will be more to this than a nostalgia trip. Check in tomorrow to find out.
nice.
It's about time. Let's leave it at that.
It's about time.
Love it.
So, I literally just saw this.
Yeah, I just saw it myself.
No, this is a different article.
Oh.
Injustice: Gods Among Us is free for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC.
Yep, it's true. I can confirm. I did it the other day.
And it's the Ultimate Edition of the first one.
It is. I mean,
Rob, I gave you my copy of the second one
Yep.
from my Steelbook because I already own the second one.
Mm-hmm.
It's free.
Appreciate it, bud. Appreciate it.
It's a fun game. I don't know
is.
if you play. I don't know if you really play,
I have.
Rob.
Real quick. Also, Star Wars Squadrons.
Well, we're going to talk about that with our EA main topic discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll wait.
Take about 10-15% off there, bud.
I mean, all right.
So, right now, community's question. We had a couple of answers. We had Saturnite saying that he is definitely getting a PS5 digital.
I agree with you, bud.
And we had Alana say she's getting a PS5. Again, if you guys want to join in on the discussion and tell us why, feel free to come to our Facebook, which is in links. Go to our Twitter, go to our Discord, go to our website, go to our Twitch, and say what you're getting, say why you're getting it, what sold you, stuff like that. And we can get into a discussion with it. Either on air or off air or both.
Do it.
Me, definitely PS5. Although, if they do launch this Xbox Series S at $200, all digital, I might pick it up just to have the next gen Xbox, and then I can do fair reviews on it.
I'd buy just for Halo whenever the next Halo comes out. I love it.
I'm definitely buying a regular PS5.
I mean, I kind of want to buy the regular standard one because in that case, I do buy a real awesome game that's like a Steelbook, but also probably going to be digital for the time being.
Bren?
I will be getting the PS5 with the disc drive.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense for you guys because you're all...
Not just because, I buy collectors and special editions. They're putting a 4K Blu-ray player in it.
Oh,
Bingo.
shit. All right. Crap.
And I happen to own a couple
Me too.
4K Blu-rays.
Yeah.
And I would actually like to push the limits of my TV.
Mm-hmm. Me too, bud.
To truly see what the 4K hype is about, because although I pay for it through Netflix, I don't fully believe that I'm getting the full 4K bandwidth from them.
Well, right now you're not.
No.
Yeah.
You can't. They have it limited to 1080 max and automatically downscaled to 720 unless you go in and change it.
Yeah.
And they could do that at any point in time.
I must reevaluate now.
And yeah, that's the main thing that sold me too, was it's a 4K Blu-ray player. And it's probably only going to be $50 more expensive. What's $50?
I mean, fair.
And depending on how backwards compatibility is, I have 75 games sitting right there. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be trading in my PS4 or anything. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to have it, but it'd be nice not having to just take a game between the two consoles, because they're going to be in different rooms, rather than having to move an entire console.
And that's why I really want to upgrade to such a bigger hard drive. Is eventually I just want to copy all my games to that 5 terabyte and just plug it into the PS5. That way I have all my 4 games.
Yeah.
Ready to use, already plugged in.
Now, one of the things that a lot of people are concerned about, and I keep reading about and keep hearing about, and we kind of touched on this earlier, but everybody's saying that they're worried about the size of the internal storage that is launching with the PS5.
Yeah.
Because it's only 875 gigabytes.
And here's... I keep coming back to this. Game sizes are so large because of the assets.
Yep.
Spider-Man, they have hundreds, thousands of assets for trees. Probably thousands. I don't want to go to hundreds
Of thousands.
They have hundreds of assets for
Newspapers.
Newspaper stands, street lights, stop signs.
Street signs, yeah. And
They have so many things. Mark Cerny has stated so many times, you're not going to have all of those assets.
Right.
So
I
they
f-
don't need.
I fully
Although-
believe that game sizes are going to be cut in half.
I mean,
They might
have
stay
to
the
be.
same. They might get smaller.
If they stay the
Because-
same, then there's going to be a bunch more content.
And well, look at also we're getting high definition.
True.
We're getting a lot more quality things
This is true. This is
as
very
well.
true.
Although I don't, I do believe too that the size is going to go down.
I mean,
It would pretty
Because
much have to.
you
if
don't
they're-
need hundreds of the same assets, although they'll look better. Ultimately, I do think that the size will be smaller because you don't need as many.
I feel as
That's
though.
why. Go ahead, Steve.
I feel as though like them making it shy of a terabyte, they know what the heck they're doing as far as.
well, I guarantee that it's actually a terabyte, but they need 125
Yeah, for
gigs
this, for
to
the
do
other
the
shit.
system.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
that. That's
they
like
partition.
standards. Yeah,
Yeah.
all of
Like-
us know that. That's you're not getting the full
That
Disk.
2 terabyte that I have plugged in as an external drive,
1.84. I think you got right. Free space.
1.84 is actually only usable.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's just you
So,
should know that from the get
They
go.
always save a little for themselves for system use.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it makes sense.
I mean, that's something you
That's
should
why
know.
I don't understand why everybody keeps going back to that.
Dude, if
Well,
you look
there's
at
a bunch of
console-
people, like I said, that are complaining about that. And this article I read, I can't remember who it was by, but they were complaining about the size or lack thereof of the SSD. But in the same breath, they were complaining that $500 is going to be too much to launch the console at. And then 2 paragraphs down, they said, well, Samsung has answered this with their new 8 terabyte M.2 that costs $800.
Yeah. It might be available for commercial
Yeah.
use, but it's still gonna be hella expensive.
So you're going to pay more than you did for the console for extra storage?
Probably.
Ultimately, down the line, if the PS5 launches with a lot of great games like that, and they do keep their word on all these great games that are coming, I'll probably save up and shell out for that big of a hard drive.
I don't know if I'll go that big. And again, it depends on game sizes. Because if now we're looking at 50, 60 gigs versus 100 to 120 per game,
Yeah,
you know, you can put double the amount of games on there. Instead of being able to put 8 games on there, you're able to put 15 games on there.
yeah.
So
That's-
I don't see it actually being that big of a problem, at least not initially. And we don't know what a 1 terabyte SSD is going to cost. You can get a 1 terabyte SSD M.2 for a computer for around $100.
Sounds about right.
really.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they've gone up.
Because I mean, a Samsung Evo 500 gig is still like $80.
Yeah, Western Digital, 1 terabyte. Not a M.2 is $114.
And he already said that's what we'll be using for expanded storage, right?
Yeah.
M.2s.
Mm-hmm. Now, granted, the Samsung Evo M.2 1 terabyte
About $200.
is
isn't it?
$200.
Well, yeah, but honestly, I think at this point you're just paying for the Samsung name,
And
Oh,
I
dude,
agree
for sure.
100%.
which I'm kind of guilty.
I mean, we're all guilty of buying brands.
I mean, well, I mean, all my phones for the past 10 years have been Samsungs. My TV in my bedroom is a Samsung. The TV in my daughter's room is a Samsung. All my wife's phones have been Samsungs. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're all guilty for paying that extra price tag for the Samsung name.
Right.
Yeah.
But with that
Really,
being...
no point us bitching about the price.
But yeah, with me saying, coming to that, it's, you know what I mean? So you're going to pay $100 for a terabyte of storage. And again, you're only going to get 15 extra games out of it to put on your thing. But now you're at 30 games. That's a lot of games.
I mean, given that a 2.5-inch SSD is $20 less for half the capacity,
Yeah.
a terabyte for $100 is a hell of a deal.
Oh hell yeah.
Right. And even then,
And-
you can upgrade from there if you need to.
Yeah.
You know, you
I
can
mean,
you can throw
My
it.
laptop has an M.2 as its primary drive.
Yeah, mine does too.
And
Western Digital
it
Blue.
boots up in like 10 seconds.
I mean, Steve can attest to my computer booting up. It completely boots in 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah.
It's fast.
And that's a Western Digital 1 terabyte SSD M.2 that does it.
Yeah.
And it's
But,
on a PCI 3 lane, so you're never going to fill that. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's what they said is running in a PS5 is the 3 lane.
Is it?
I'm
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's a PCI 4. If it is, then Jesus. But with their speeds, it might be. It might be. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
And you're never
But,
going to fill that unless you got like a huge...
It seems to me like also the people that are complaining about the smaller drive
wanna
that's in the
complain.
PlayStation
They just want to
are
complain.
the same people that prop the Xbox up because it's got more teraflops.
And the teraflops
Big
don't
words.
matter.
Big guys, big words.
Yeah, it can produce all these teraflops, but for what?
That's just
Yeah.
a selling point. So
Oh,
people
well,
won't-
they say, oh, well, it also has more computing die. No, it doesn't. It has the same amount.
no,
It's just
Not-
Used differently.
Not to be that guy, guys. Again.
Sony uses bigger overall die.
So, Bren, I'm gonna be that guy again.
What?
Be that guy. Throwing out the whole names and such in Microsoft's presentation. That's just, or even anywhere else. Like, you're just throwing out big words, so people are like, "Oh, hey." But what about this? What about this? So many.
Well, and the other thing that like I'm excited for with this whole changing of the architecture of how the PS5 works is these fucking updates. You are no
yes.
longer going to have to sit there and wait 45 minutes for it to copy the update, because what it has to do is go through and rewrite the entire file. It doesn't just pick and choose it or overlap. It completely deletes it and layers itself back into the data frame.
It's annoying.
And that's why.
But you know what? I like that it does that
I do to an extent.
because it's more stable that way.
Yeah, but
It's not just slapping a patch over a broken hole.
right, but
And saying you're
that's
good
not
to
what they're
go.
doing. That's not what they're doing here either. But now,
Yeah.
with the way that you're able to access the data and the information, they can just pick out the little parts that they need to delete and implant the new stuff instead of having to delete the whole section. Because that's what it is like, I don't know, use Spider-Man for example again. Say they change the newsstands. Well, now any section that has that newsstand, they have to delete out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they're
And
only changing,
rewrite it.
even if they're only changing one newspaper that's in the newsstand, and now they have to rewrite everything, and that's
Yeah, they have
why
to rewrite all of the newsstands.
right for one page in a newspaper.
That-
So it'll be nice that we won't have that bullshit anymore.
That's why, I don't get these people that are like, oh, Xbox got this console war in the bag. It's like, nah, bro, you just don't understand how it's being done.
With what? What have they done to win this console war? Have a shitty presentation that shows no gameplay footage after they explicitly said gameplay footage coming.
More teraflops.
To have this
Teraflop.
this teraflop come out and flop
I've
because it don't mean diddly squat.
They're also comparing the console war to lack of exclusive. I'm like,
And no, yeah, we'll go with that lack of exclusivity. What the hell is Xbox bringing? What did we get from Xbox that's an exclusive for the next gen so far? Halo?
I mean, that's your go-to. It's
I'm just
Halo.
saying, what else have they shown that's an exclusive?
I mean, I love Halo, but that's all they got.
They haven't announced another Horizon or Forza.
I mean, it's usually Forza, Halo, and
Gears.
Gears. It's usually like
Why,
three.
well, why not? You're getting a new Gran Turismo, Rob.
That's
with the
what
PS5.
That's what I'm getting to. You look at the PS5 and with this beautifully done, and this is a complete change of tone for me if you've watched or listened to any of our other podcasts.
He's excited.
This was such a beautifully done event, conference. This was an E3 presentation. This is what we needed from them. And straight out the gate, what do you get? You get Spider-Man. You get Horizon. You get Gran Turismo. Right there, you have 3 PlayStation exclusives
What about that cat game?
that are killer.
I mean,
The Stray Cat.
we're getting a cat game, guys.
And then you come out and you have Ratchet and Clank. You come out and you have Astro's Playroom. You come out and you have Sackboy's Big Adventure. These are original IPs. Well, not Ratchet and Clank, but they're original IPs that have been known to be on this console that everybody's excited for.
Wait, we're getting another Little Big Planet?
Yeah.
Sackboy Adventure.
Somebody didn't pay attention to our show that day.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
But
many ways.
that's what I'm saying is their release came out and it had something for everybody. Sports, it had NBA 2K. It had, I think it had a brief FIFA thing. For RPG players, it came out with Project Atira, I think it was. Or
I'm interested to keep my own Athea.
Yeah.
Athea,
Yeah.
I'm interested.
which could very well just be a code name and be Final Fantasy 16. We don't know.
Yeah.
You just had something to come out for everybody, and it was beautifully done. And you walked away going, man, I know the PS5 has got some good games coming. What did you walk away with from the Xbox?
Teraflops. I beat you to it, buddy.
Teraflop.
Specs.
Teraflops. We got them teraflops. Them teraflops are teraflopping down to the teraflop. Teraflop.
Well, I mean, they did take the YouTuber Austin in, and come on, bro, seamlessly you can switch from games, man.
And did you see his thing on PS5?
No.
Oh, he was super stoked.
Did he get hands-on with the PS5?
No, he didn't get hands-on with it, but he was watching the reveal. Dude, he's saying the same thing we're saying. He's like, Xbox just dropped the ball. Because Xbox came out with nothing. They came out limp-wristed. Like, nothing. They just,
So would you say
Come on.
their wrist was floppy?
terafloppy. Oh!
Oh! play the meme of everybody going, oh!
Oh! But yeah, like, I don't understand how anybody that's paying any attention to anything could come out and say Xbox has it in the bag.
Hey guys, you forget I found the best reason to own an Xbox One X something or the other. Just picture that with a table on top of it with the P5.
Yeah.
With the router on it.
The mini fridge with the router on it.
Best use for an Xbox.
Yeah,
It was on the internet, so it's
it's got to be true. Yeah.
It has to be true.
Nice.
So that took up a lot more time than I was expecting it to.
Yeah.
That there was originally going to be our main topic, and our main topic is the EA Play EA event. It's EA Play. I'm just messing around, but the EA Play event. So yeah, EA Play Live 2020. Something that didn't really feel like, even though they were saying it was, their E3 conference event.
Yeah.
So we got, I don't know if you guys watched it. There was this video that was The Sims. And it was all about inclusivity of all genders, of all races, of all sexualities. And I mean, it was cool. I mean, and it's definitely a sign of the times, but there was no Sims announcement.
Eh.
They didn't announce anything. It was just a video involving The Sims about the stuff going on in the world right now.
It's like one of those artists with just one name.
Like, it says more later this summer. Or more summer 2020. Well, isn't this 2020? Isn't this summer? Like, didn't summer start yesterday? Like,
Yeah.
Please look forward to it.
Please stay tuned.
Yeah, right. Please stay tuned. Oh, they're pulling a Sony. They're pulling a Sony.
Oof. Listen, there's only one thing I'm excited that I ever thought I'd say about EA, but we'll wait.
So,
We'll wait.
we have Apex Legends adding crossplay with PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Deadpool face.
Now, honestly, that's a pretty big thing.
I mean,
Can we?
This is a step in the right direction, honestly.
Yeah, but how many people are gonna all complain about this competitive game now being on
So change your
hardware
settings.
that's not really up to date?
So change your settings. Like, everybody bitches about that, but you can literally limit it to where it's just console players and you don't have to play against PC. Or you can limit it to where it's just your console. If you want to bitch about it, just don't play with them. You know what I mean? Like,
But the Switch is awesome.
I didn't even announce that. I was just saying they added crossplay support, and then I was gonna say, and it's coming to Switch. Which, yeah, that's gonna be interesting to say the least. Can you imagine a Switch player trying to gun down a PC player?
it's bullshit, man.
Oh my god.
I mean, they're gonna have to add aim assist and bigger hitboxes and add, infinity frames for
Wait for
Switch
it.
players.
So we're getting to, I'm not very good at it. Can you do it, aim assist?
Yeah, pretty much.
They already do that stuff.
I know. Oh, I know. It's okay.
Now they
Stupid PC COD players.
Oh, I'm sorry. Triggered. I'm sorry, buddy.
Maybe not all of them, but
So, one of the big things in this whole event, and it was like every other word, was Steam. You have EA bringing The Sims 4, Titanfall 2, and a ton more of their games to Steam. And I'm guessing that they figured out that Origins just isn't cutting it for them. Or, yeah, that's the name of their store, EA Origins, right? And I'm guessing that they finally realized that, yeah, well, they get 100% of the money. They got to shell out money to keep the store up to date. They got to shell out money for marketing. They got to shell out money for advertisement. They got to do this. They got to do that. And they're not getting the clicks.
did they ever fix the issue of people having to rebuy games?
I'd have to ask Francie.
Yeah, I know Francine had that issue.
Yeah.
She was highly upset.
Well,
all
yeah.
those Sims games, all those Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah, she had hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, into EA games.
From their store directly.
From
and then
EA
they just
Origins.
change everything. And then they pretty much went, nope, you're going to have to rebuy it all.
Yeah.
That's bullshit.
So we got an all-new multiplayer hero shooter called Rocket Arena coming July 14th. And I'm going to skip over the next one and leave that for our final so that it's big news. We had It Takes Two, which is a game about a child who deals with their parents' divorce by creating two dolls who both come to life.
I'm out.
Okay.
Out.
I'm sorry, Steve, but I have to get on this because
I hate dogs.
this presentation genuinely upset me.
Okay, I'll hold my extra for 1 second. Go ahead.
Triggered.
Now, well, here's why. Because they showed zero gameplay footage from what I saw. I didn't watch the live event. I watched a clip of it from YouTube. They panned across some of the gameplay area, They bragged about the developer more than they showed any of the game.
Yeah. I think it's still in development.
I don't know, he or they, I don't know who decided it. They bragged about him, he bragged about himself. They showed all kinds of photos and videos of what he's done, and I guess he's a workout junkie.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't care how many push-ups you can do. Show me your game.
I'm going to talk about this later on after we go through everything. You got anything else to say about that?
No.
Steve, you got anything to say about It Takes Two? No. Other than it's dolls, so you're out because you hate
Mouts.
Annabelle. You hate Chucky.
What?
I hate dolls, okay? Ever since Goosebumps, man.
Chucky stardom.
Off.
Oh, no, Spanky, that's his name.
Spanky.
The doll from Goosebumps?
Yeah.
Shut your...
Slappy, that's right. Sorry, my daughter just corrected me.
Of course you would know.
So up next, we had a game that
F out of here.
Is strange. It's called Lost in Random. And it's got a real Tim Burton vibe. Like, it just looks like The Corpse Bride. And I mean, it looks good. Don't get me wrong, but So it's based in a world that there's one die that controls the entire world until you find a second die that can change the entire world. And the second die talks to you and comes on your adventure and is your companion. And it kind of looks like that you can pick this walking, talking die up and roll it to do special abilities. So, like, you're just throwing this 2x2 die around.
But wait, your RNG sucks anyway.
Yeah, my RNG sucks, so I'm going to suck at this game. I suck again.
Where's the thing game experience is based on your level of play or something?
Yeah. Rob's having horror D&D flashbacks.
Oof.
I actually did pretty good today.
Nice.
He blew it all, though. Anyways.
So we had like a next gen tease, which was kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
So they showed a montage of projects. One of them was a racing game from Criterion. It was hard to tell what it was. Doesn't look like a Need for Speed game.
Okay.
And then we had 3 frames. Maybe 5 seconds worth of a fantasy game from BioWare that anybody that's played Dragon Age 3 can tell that this has Dragon Age elements in it and that this is Dragon Age 4.
Ooh, I can't wait. I love Dragon Age games.
You had the next Battlefield from DICE that had a brief video. And you had an original game from Motive Studios that included a gravity gun mechanic that looked like it mixed the new Ratchet and Clank game and that other game with the thing and you fight the satellite that was at the PS5 reveal. Revergence or whatever.
Oh, yeah, that game. That looked trippy.
A new skate game.
So the next thing. This was the very end. And they did everything else, and then they're like, oh, by the way. And they had one of the producers come out and they go, we want you guys to know that you talking about it willed this into existence and that there is another skate game coming. You know, that's a really cute soundbite. That's really cute because that's not the way this works, and nobody's going to actually believe that that's the way this works because
He tried.
You got a couple thousand comments on a Reddit page that says you need to bring back skate, and yeah.
It's Reddit.
I'm just saying, like Reddit, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, wherever you got these comments, it's a cute thing to think that, yeah, we, the people, forced them into making a new skate
That's why
game.
when it sucks, we're going to get blamed. But the people wanted it.
And this was like, they signed the contract yesterday. Like, they were like, hey, we got a new skate game coming. We got to put it in here. We have to put it in here right now. We got to do it. Well, let's get them logo mocked up. We ain't got time. Just talk about it. Well, we got any details? No, just talk about it. So that's what they did. They spent 2 minutes talking about something and they had no clue of what it was. And the last thing that happened about halfway through, which I think was supposed to be their big moment,
I would have done it.
but it wasn't because it got leaked. And it took away their thunder. They thought they had the high ground, but they did not. And it became a trap.
It's a trap.
Okay, that's enough Star Wars stuff for one.
It's a trap. Anyways.
We had Star Wars Squadron's
Yes.
first gameplay trailer.
Yes.
And it looks fun as hell.
Yes.
That being said, not buying it for 4. It'll have to be on PS5. There's too much assets. There's too much stuff that I think is going to become lost in limitations on the PS4.
I could see that.
Now, what I do like with this is that the actual Squadron style of gameplay, that you can have up to 5 friends, and the one mission type, you can either go against other human players that are in the opposite faction, or you can take your squad and go up against NPCs in the other faction.
So, as a long-term Ace Combat fan, my flight sims,
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of okay with it in Battlefield 2? Battlefront 2. Like, you had some like action on the thing, but like when I seen this for Squadrons, I'm like,
Listen, whenever he jumps down either an asteroid or whatever it is, and then he like barrel rolls and flips up and does all kinds of other acrobatic stuff, and then he's just right-sided up, and he blasts off out the other side. I'm like, that's the Squadrons I remember. That's the one I remember for PC. And they did it a couple of times that you're in the cockpit and he does it, and it's just like, this is trippy as hell, and I love it.
So I mean, I'm definitely gonna do a video on it. Whatever. I'll probably wait till PS5 as well.
Oh, I have to do it on PS5. There's no way I'm doing it on PS4.
It'll definitely be something in the near future for me to do, since Star Wars.
So, with all that being said, that's what we got from EA Play Live 2020. Kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, the only real big thing
Star Wars
was you had Star Wars, and there was some other stuff that I didn't touch on that, I mean, they reiterated that, we talked about it. What game was it? Oh my god, I can see the cover of it and I can't even think of it. That we used to play in Tomato's class.
It wasn't Counter-Strike, was it?
No, not Counter-Strike, the other one.
Shit, that's
Red Faction.
Oh, I used to play a lot of that. Red Alert.
Red Alert, that's it. Red Alert.
Red Alert was the shit back then.
They remastered Red Alert. And they made like this big
really?
They made this big trailer on it, but it's been out for like a month now. Like that was kind of like, "Hey guys, our game's not selling. It's still here. Hey, we still selling this. Hey."
I don't even think I got a notification.
And now it's available on Steam. Oh, hey guys, The Sims 4 available on Steam now.
I have my Google...
Oh, hey guys, Titanfall 2 available on Steam. Like that's what this whole thing was Steam.
Listen, Google
Steam.
knows me. They know the shit I clicked on for my filters for my Google feed, but I didn't see shit about it. Google and its infinite wisdom listening powers did not notify me of any of this crap.
Nope. But it's just like this was hot and heavy with everything's going to Steam because now they're trying to push that they're selling on Steam and they need to sell on Steam. But overall, what this whole thing felt like was they went to them and they said, "Hey, you have the room for an hour. Fill it with an hour's worth of content."
But a new skate game.
Oh, God.
We're going to give you 20 minutes worth of content and you have to stretch it out for an hour.
It's like this papers in school.
Make it work.
Yeah,
paper in schools. You had to do a paper in school.
Yeah, that's what this
5
was.
paragraphs. Shit. Okay.
And that's why we got 3 frames from Dragon Age 4. That's why we got an incomplete racing game from Criterion. That's why we got the whatever game from Motive. That's why we got them talking about Skate. because they were just trying to fill time instead of going, hey, we have 40 minutes of content, so we're going to rent it for a half an hour, and we're going to condense some of this shit. Instead, they went the complete opposite.
It's EA, bro. That's how they operate, man.
Well, they fucked up because it was horrible to me. And it's something that, I mean, whoo, really dropped the ball on this. There was nothing that made me even go, huh, I'm glad I watched this. Well, no.
Squadrons.
No, Squadrons was cool. Yeah, Brian, we want Skate 4. Well, there's a Skate game coming that we pushed into existence, bud. We did it.
So when it tanks, people are like, well, you wanted it.
Right?
No. I don't even think I played the first. I might have played the first.
Oh, I don't care. I don't play Skate, and I'm really happy that we're getting a Tony Hawk remaster.
Now, see, that was going to be my next question, too, with that there. So, we have announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 coming September
I
3rd.
think my birthday, actually, 4th.
Is it the 4th?
I think it's the 4th. So a few more months.
And we also had the announcement of Skater XL,
Oh, yeah.
which was by a different company. So we have 2 skateboard games coming out. Do you think that this is EA going, hey,
Woo!
we're going to push a skate game too because that's what's hopping right now? Because that's kind of what I feel like.
Yeah.
That EA went, oh crap, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is trending. You can literally buy a Skype call with Tony Hawk right now.
Really?
Oh crap, Skater XL is coming on. It's out now, I think. Or it's going to be out next week, something like that. But that's coming out. We got to jump on the skate train. Now, you know what I want? Give me some cool borders.
Dude, that was the shit back in the day.
Yes.
Bruh.
Give
fucking
me
hell.
cool borders. That's what I
Cool
want.
Borders remake.
Dude, like, that's funny you guys say that because I'm like, I've seen all these other games. I'm like, fucking cool borders, man.
How about Dave Mirra's BMX?
What was that game back in the day? You were like, it's like Jet Moto or something?
Give me Jet Moto. Yeah.
Dude, fucking classics.
You know what I mean?
How about two Extreme?
2 Extreme. Yes. Yes.
Bruh.
You know,
I think that was the only like racing game where you could choose between a bike, a skateboard, or rollerblades.
Yeah. You know, give me that. Like, I understand where they're coming out. You know, Skate 3 was the pinnacle of its time for realistic skateboarding. Skate 3 was what, to current gen, what Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 was to PlayStation, the first gen. But I seriously think that they're just pushing they're trying to push and go, hey, look, we got this too. Ha 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 ha.
Bandwagon.
Look, we can do it too.
Do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I really don't like EA, regardless. The only thing I really play from them is from their BioWare division.
Yeah.
Fair.
I haven't been into Need for Speed games in a long time. I lost all interest in sports. Yeah, fantasy, bro. Get me out of the real world.
Right.
I get it. Kind of have
So-
to.
Or like Brian just said, Matt Hoffman BMX. Yeah. Matt Hoffman, Dave Mirra. But yeah. So that there pretty much wraps up our news. As we stated at the beginning of the show, if you haven't done it yet, get in there. Go to our streamer links that has a direct link to our giveaway. And streamer links are in the descriptions to the right on Facebook and down below on Twitch. And
Slim Jim.
get yourself entered into our giveaway for your chance to win one of 3 $25 gift cards to either Nintendo eShop, Amazon, PSN, or Xbox Live Store.
I think Xbox.
Yeah, I don't know.
Dude,
The
Brian.
Xbox Store.
Or I don't know if we can do just a Visa one, maybe. No, because
Um,
that's physical.
Right. Everything I'm doing is trying to be digital. So
Give
we
me
just email
Earthworm
the
Jim,
code.
man. Earthworm Jim.
Plus, I mean, who doesn't do Amazon?
Right. And
I
Amazon,
get they're an evil corporation.
Oh my! You really did you? Okay, you tried, right?
Everybody's boycotting Amazon right now, or they're trying to.
But anyways,
That's not gonna.
if like I said, if you guys aren't
Not
entered,
today, Satan.
get entered today for your chance to win. And there's things that you can do to increase your chances of winning. Once you go to the website, it'll ask you to enter your email. You enter your email, and don't worry, we're not going to send you any spammy emails. The only email that you would ever get from us is if there's another giveaway.
Yep.
Unless you want spammy emails, then we can maybe put together a weekly list of the stuff we go over and send you like a
See,
news.
I always think about emails with actual spam.
Or we could just send them random messages. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are
How you feeling?
Mike Wazowski.
How are you now? How are you now?
But yeah, get yourself entered, man. I mean, it's free money.
Literally.
6 days left. We've had this running for what, almost a month now?
We've had it running for 2 weeks.
Really, only 2 weeks.
Only 2 weeks. It's only a 3-week giveaway. A total of I think 23 days total.
Okay.
But yeah, you can get in the first day alone, you can get yourself I think 66 entries into the giveaway.
Damn.
And then there's things that you can do on a daily to make that number go up even more. So get yourself in there, get entered, and
Do stuff.
come hang out. So I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I want to thank everybody that's watching for watching and listening. Check out our socials, as I've been stating for the past 5 minutes, that are in the descriptions and panels and wherever else you're at.
For my
I did.
my stream?
Yeah, your page is on there. It is kind of weird doing the Twitch because it shows a screen, and if you're not live, it's just a black screen, and you got to click somewhere. It's weird, but that's neither here nor there. Check out the socials. Join our Discord. You know, we get some good conversation in there.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Come join us in playing some games. You know, on our website and on our Discord, we have our gamer tags listed. I think it's pinned on our Facebook too, but I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I mean, we play a wide range of games between the three of us. And Jay plays a lot of games too, which sadly he wasn't here because he.
Yeah, poor Jay. He's in pain right now.
Yeah, he's got
Just
some wisdom
do
teeth
it.
coming in. It sucks.
Yeah.
But guys, come back next Sunday for your weekly gaming update. And if you can't catch us live, come check it out on Monday whenever all the reruns come up. And again, thank you for coming by and watching the weekly game update. As always, we'll catch you guys at the Warp Point.
Bye.
Peace.